As Guanatos grows, one of our greatest responsibilities is protecting consistency. When there was only one restaurant, maintaining standards involved one location and one team. As we expand into multiple restaurants, franchise locations, and new markets, that becomes much more challenging. Every new location introduces more employees and more decisions. There are more opportunities for the Guanatos experience to become different from one restaurant to another. That is why brand consistency matters. At Guanatos, we operate as one brand with shared standards. Those standards affect much more than our logo. They include our recipes, ingredients, and portions. Our standards cover preparation methods, food presentation, uniforms, signage, and packaging. They even extend to our marketing, service expectations, and cleanliness standards. And finally, they include the procedures and systems we use to operate our restaurants. These standards exist for a reason: to provide a consistent guest experience. Consider portion size. If one restaurant serves significantly more of an ingredient than another, it doesn't only affect food costs, it changes the guest experience entirely. If one cook follows the recipe and another prepares it differently, guests receive two versions of what is supposed to be the same Guanatos product. If one location uses approved signage and another creates its own, the brand begins to look different. Small inconsistencies eventually become large inconsistencies over time. Over time, the brand can lose the identity that made it successful. This is why recipes, procedures, and operating standards should be followed as established. But consistency does not mean we never change. One of our core values is innovation and improvement. We want you to identify problems and suggest better ways. The difference is in how change happens. If you see an opportunity to improve, communicate it. If a procedure isn't working, report it to your manager. Do not independently change an established Guanatos standards simply because you prefer another way. Ideas are encouraged, but unauthorized changes are not permitted. Imagine every restaurant independently changing recipes, portions, or signage. Very quickly, we would no longer have one Guanatos system, but different versions under one name. Protecting consistency means using approved resources. Follow the current recipe. Reference the procedure, complete the training, and ask when you are unsure. It also means speaking up when a standard is not being followed. If you notice an incorrect portion or an outdated procedure, ask for clarification immediately. Team members are responsible for following standards. Leaders reinforce them. Managers train and monitor, while franchisees ensure the system is followed in their restaurants. The corporate team establishes and improves the systems that support the brand. Protecting Guanatos is a shared responsibility. One brand, one standard, and consistent execution. As we expand, the guests should still recognize Guanatos through the food, the service, the environment, and the experience. Growth should never make us unrecognizable. In the final lesson of this course, we'll bring everything together and focus on your responsibility as part of Guanatos and the role each of us plays.